Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Liberty Lunch Break, the topic du jour from Off the Wire. I am your host, Noel Lynn, aka the Cajun Libertarian. So, what is the topic du jour? Man, you almost guessed it. How is that racist? If you're listening later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, please subscribe to all of those, plus YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Share this show with your friends, like it. If you're listening later, here's one of the issues that we have with you missing out on video. There's a meme that I have made, as I have expressed several times, and this will probably be the last time I really go in depth on the meme that I made, which is just an emoji with a curled up lip, furrowed eyebrows, with basically like, how the is that racist? Right? How is that racist? So, before we get started, like I said, please go subscribe, share the show with your friends, like it, all of that crap, because at the end of the day, the only way we can spread this message is if we talk about it with other people. Word of mouth is still the primary form of success and failure. So if you hate it, like it, share it, and tell everybody not to watch the show. And I'll leave it right there. All right. The topic du jour. CNN gets obliterated for accusing white people of racist digital blackface for sharing black memes. Quote, the stupidest thing I've read in all of 2023. This is from The Blaze, March 26th. So yesterday. Now, the original article is from CNN, and I think it's from, I don't remember that site that nobody ever pays attention to. Anyway, very, very far progressive site. And look, we have to make fun of this, but at the same time, we have to address it, right? Because there are people that actually believe this garbage. I'll go ahead and give you the, I guess I'll call it the actual content that nobody needs to hear the rest of the article because of. Okay, so the actual content is, if you're sharing memes or GIFs that have black people in it, you're racist. So sharing memes and GIFs with black people in it is now racist. How is that? How is that racist? I'm gonna throw it up. There's the image again. How is that racist? It's not. It's not. It's not racist. These people are the authors of confusion. That is the point. It is to make you question everything you believe in, that you are not a good human being, and that you need to adhere to the social constructs that these people have engineered falsifiably in their own brains to construct a society of confusion and detriment, to break down every fiber of the realistic parts of what we are as human beings and how we operate in this society collectively as human beings. That's the point. F these hoes. How about that? All right, let's talk about it. CNN was thoroughly mocked for accusing white people, of quote unquote digital blackface for sharing memes and GIFs featuring black people. CNN writer claimed that digital blackface is, quote, one of the most insidious forms of contemporary racism. Oh, so you sharing a meme or a GIF of a black person that you thought was entertaining to express a point is now some sort of secretive, and modern forms of racism. You see the game they play here? Do you see the game they play? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. CNN senior writer, CNN senior writer, John Blake claimed that black people sharing GIFs of other black people is, quote, getting a pass. Those people, they get a pass, quote unquote, from John Blake at CNN senior writer. What are you talking about? Let's put aside the rest of the crap for a second. Let's put aside the fact that they're claiming that anybody who isn't black, basically, is racist, subliminally racist, for sharing memes and GIFs of black people. Put that aside. You literally just said that black people get a pass. They just get a pass for being black and sharing black content. Man, if that doesn't say everything you need to know right there. Like straight up. Let me repeat. CNN senior writer John Blake claimed that black people sharing GIFs of other black people, quote, get a pass. So they get a pass. What do you mean? What's a pass? Explain that. What's a pass? Because the way you make it sound is if doesn't matter what their skin color is, they're accused of being racist if they're sharing a meme or a GIF of black people expressing their opinions freely on the internet, regardless of if that person has any racist feelings or harborings in their soul whatsoever. Doesn't matter. Black people just get a pass. Amazing. This is the kind of ideological subversion that I just shared on Twitter from a Soviet KGB agent. It's remarkable. It truly is remarkable. But if you're white, I'm quoting again, you may have inadvertently perpetrated or perpetuated one of the most insidious forms of contemporary racism, Blake wrote in the article. Quote, you may be wearing digital blackface. Digital blackface is a practice where white people co-opt online expressions of black imagery. Wait a second now. You just said black people just, quote unquote, get a pass. You just said they just get a pass, meaning they were guilty, but they're okay to slide through with a pass. Does that make sense? Racist? That's what this is. This is beyond the low expectation of bigotry, right? Bigotry of low expectations. This is well beyond that. This is complete gaslighting. This is 100% absolute mind control. Authored to keep you confused, to keep you questioning your soul and your integrity and your basic interactions with human beings and how you feel about said human beings on a very basic level. That's what this is. Ideological subversion, philosophical manipulation. That's what this is. Make no mistake about it. They write these things so that you will question whether or not you are a good person. And then when you have those little tiny doubts of confusion that start to incorporate and weave their ways into your mind, you start to question that. And then you start to question everything else. This is manipulation in one of the highest levels. And the reason I say that is because a lot of us will not take this at face value and seriously, nor should you. I got news for you. A lot of people will. A lot of people will. And that's the goal. All right, let's finish up here. He cited a Teen Vogue article from 2017, by the way, who alleged that the internet thrives on white people laughing at exaggerated displays of blackness. Jackson described digital blackface as, quote, displays of emotion stereotyped as excessive, so happy, so sassy, so ghetto, so loud. Our dial is on 10 all the time. Rarely are black characters afforded subtle traits or feelings. Blake wrote, many white people This is a quote. Many white people choose images of black people when it comes to expressing exaggerated emotions on social media. A burden that black people didn't ask for, she said. Get bent. We're out. We're done here. It's already 10 minutes anyway. Look, if you can't see how disgustingly evil this kind of content is, then I don't know what to tell you. Now, most people listening to this show obviously know very well this is corrupt, evil propaganda. And it's worse than propaganda. It's nihilistic behavior and social constructs that they're trying to erect, that they're trying to engineer this sort of dystopian, unexplainable aspect of your character, of human thought that can't actually be pointed to. It's a moving target at all times. At all times. That is the goal. You can't pinpoint it down and say, okay, I can fix this. No, they don't want you to fix it. They want you to stay confused. By the way, the author of confusion is Satan himself, the number one fallen angel. So we'll leave it right there. Thank you for watching. And I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday at noon Central, for another very popular show. This show is growing out of control. I'm just freaking stunned. Stunned. Monday through Friday, 12 Central. Very short, 5 to 10 minute segments. We're at 12 minutes now. My bad. It happens. Right? But you will also join me tomorrow night, Wednesday Central, for the very extremely popular Off the Wire live segment. And hopefully the power won't cut out like it did Sunday night, in which I had to pre-record another show. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Do all of that for me, please. Free for you. Helps the show and all of my teammates continue on to do the right thing. I'll leave it right there. I love you very much. Galatians 2:20, and I